Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. It's day 5 of our initial or first sound substitution. Although, I've been challenging you at the end of each lesson to make your brain grow just a little bit. But today will be the last day that will just focusing just on those initial sounds. So let's start with the song that we did a long time ago. It's just to help us again listen for that first sound. So when we're playing with them later on, it's easier to hear. So if you remember the tune to this song, please sing along. Are you ready? What's the first sound that you hear, that you hear, that you hear? What's the first sound that you hear in the word man? So what is that first sound? Man. Shout it out loud and proud. Is the last or the first sound that I hear, that I hear, that I hear. Is the first sound that I hear in the word man. Good. Let's try another one. Ready? What's the first sound that you hear, that you hear, that you hear? What's the first sound that you hear in the word 10? 10. Shout it out. T is the first sound that I hear, that I hear, that I hear. T is the first sound that I hear in the word 10. Good. Ready for our next one? What is the first sound that you hear, that you hear, that you hear? What is the first sound that you hear in the word hut? Hut. Shout it out. What's that first sound that you hear? Is the first sound that I hear, that I hear, that I hear. Is the first sound that I hear in the word hut. Good. Couple more. Ready? What is the first sound that you hear, that you hear, that you hear? What is the first sound that you hear in the word not? Not. Shout it out. Is the first sound that you hear, that you hear, that you hear? Is the first sound that you hear in the word not? Good. One more, and I promise we'll get onto our board. Ready? What is the first sound that you hear, that you hear, that you hear? What is the first sound that you hear in the word dig? Dig. D is the first sound that I hear, that I hear, that I hear. D is the first sound that I hear in the word dig. Good. All right, kiddos. So that got our brains warmed up to listen for those first sounds. And now we're going to move on to our boards. Remember, you also need a dry erase board and a marker. So go grab it if you need it and press pause to the video. So you might have figured out we've done all of our vowels this week except one, and today's star vowel is a U. So please write that in the middle of your board. U says U says U says Good. And our ending sound today is going to be N. So that's going to be our chunk. Let me rewrite my N. I don't like the way it looks. All right, that's a little bit better. All right, so our chunk today is not that's the ending sound. Our chunk is on. Very good. All right, so here we go. Are you ready? Hopefully you're getting very comfortable with this and we are starting to become pros at this initial sound switching. Ready? If I want to write the word bun, bun, what sound do I have to add to this word? Bun. Go ahead and write it. Bun. Bun. Good. Did you say B? Yes. Bun. Like a hamburger bun or a hot dog bun. What do you like better, hamburgers or hot dogs? I'm a hamburger person. All right, ready? Bun. Now I want to change bun to un. What letter has to change? Un. Yes, did you say the first letter? If I erase the B and add a F. Good. Un. Fun. Good. Okay. What if I want fun to now say none? None. What has to change? fun has to become none. I have to erase that F. And what letter do I have to add here? None. None. Write it. Did you say N? Good. And this done, boys and girls, it is not like the word none. Like I have none of the people were at the school today. That's not that none. This is a name for somebody in a certain type of church. So in a certain religion, they have people called nuns. So that's what that is for. It's not none of the kids showed up at school today. That's a different none. So none. Ready? What if I want none to say run? Run. If I erase the N, good. What has to go at the beginning? Run. Write it. Did you say R? Yes. Let's slide to the sounds. Ready? Run. Run. Good. What if I want run to say sun? Sun. What do I have to change? This has to go away. And I have to add a sun. Did you say S? Sun. Good. Mr. Sun, sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. All right, sun. Let's now play. Ready? You know I like to challenge you, but I have to look at this word for a second and figure out how I want to switch it. Let's turn this back to run. Can we do that? So if I want this word to say run, what do I have to do? I have to erase the S. And what has to go at the beginning? Run. Good. I have to have an R there. All right, now this is where we're going to play. I want run to say and. Now remember, this is the challenge part. So if this is tough for you, it's okay, but I want you to try it because we're going to move into this as the weeks go on. And. Does that vowel say ah? No. What vowel says ah? Ah. What did you say? Say it again. Good. Write it. A says ah. A says ah. A says ah. So if I want ran. Good. What if I want ran to change to at? At. What has to change? Does that say Does that say Yep. Ooh, does that say t? No, it does not. So I have to erase that N, and what goes there? T, t, t. Write it. Did you say T? Yes. T, t, t. T says T. Good. All right, last one. If I want rat to say hat, what do I have to do? Erase the R, and I want it to say at. What do I have to do? Write it. At. Ready to check it? Did you say H? Yes, H says so we have hat. All right, boys and girls, that's it for today. Next week, we are going to be moving into playing with ending sounds most of the time. We'll still have our little challenge at the end where we flap lots of sounds, but the focus will be ending sound. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next time.